Okay.
Yeah.
So Dynamo is actually for, all the different languages. I mean, applications like beamdynamo.org. Dynamo Beam. DynamoBeam.org and this get Dynamo. So if you learn a Dynamo for this Revit, you can implement the same strategies in the Civil 3D as well. Okay, but the only difference
Okay.
between this and this is Revit we are playing with an elements. In Civil 3D we play with the geometry. First thing.
Okay.
Okay, so in Revit once I mean there are some sort of root concepts. There are some sort of root concepts. Okay, so once you finish the root concepts, we have something like Dynamo Geometry. So whatever you exactly have to play with Civil 3D, you will be learning after the root concepts in the Dynamo. So without root concepts, the Dynamo Geometry won't be understand at all. I don't suggest you to learn the Dynamo Geometry only without knowing the root concepts. So first you have to understand. Okay, here I just want you to pick. I'm picking some element. Even I'm not teaching any kind of a scripts here, Girish. For
Okay.
your
Okay.
you know clear information, I'm not teaching
Hmm.
any kind of a scripts. So I'm
Okay.
just give you some set. I mean, I'll just give everyone some examples. So
Hmm.
to explain that examples, I need just an element. I need an element. But when it comes to the when it comes to the process we are using, the set of nodes we are using, uh, you have to understand what kind of a nodes that I'm picking and how I'm understanding the node. You have to see the same thing, nothing else. Okay, for example, generally a node is expecting, okay, this node is expecting an element here. Maybe the node in Civil 3D will may expect like a surface there. So if this guy is about to extract surfaces from element, so how can I create an surface in Civil 3D? So you just have to keep on finding your set of nodes and understand the nodes how it exactly works. Clear? There is
Okay. Okay.
minor difference. So
Yeah.
don't see what exactly I'm teaching. Focus on the nodes and the inputs and the functionality of a node. If you understand this, how the node functions, not even Civil 3D, not even Forma or Elias or Format or advanced still or robot structure analysis, anything is fine. You can play with any kind of an application. You can go and help someone who is, getting some issues with Elias. Clear? Clear, no?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hmm. Good.
The same dynamo can be
Hmm.
used in navies also.
Even I'm also expecting, bro.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Most of the users are, playing. But what if you have a data? Just a minute, I can't talk in a meeting. Okay, so what are we discussing? Yeah, but if you have any Navisworks NWC file, we can import that into the data into the Dynamo. You no need to install the Dynamo in the Navisworks application, frankly.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
if you have the Excel data which is generated from Navis, even that may help you in many cases. In many scenarios, we can use it and automate uh, most of the stuff. Okay, clear?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rajesh, like,
Yeah.
is it something like, as Navisworks is not the design authoring platform, that is why there is not much functionality with Dynamo in Navisworks. Only we can pull the data from the NWC files and we can manipulate the data, but we can't push it back, I assume, because
Ex-
it is something called what do you call
Perfect. Correct.
not design
One of
review
one of the reason because it is not a designing tool. It is just a reviewing tool.
review tool. Yes, 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 maybe.
Okay, reviewing tool. Even once if automation, I mean like Dynamo, like any something like Dynamo, like for Navisworks. So if they introduced we can do some, asset management kind of a things like, building up, creating sets. Okay, do you understand what I'm talking about? Creating sets and using
Set.
like 4D, yeah, exactly, sets,
Okay.
4D simulation, 5D simulation. So these things can be automated. Okay, but since they have some reasons, I don't know why they are not developing. We are not sure, but most of us are expecting. Okay,
Okay.
well,
One more question.
mm,
Sorry.
mhm.
Can we make any connection between Revit and Civil 3D things with Dynamo?
uh,
Because if
mean
I want to
exactly.
update something, if I want to make something in Revit and some other part in Civil 3D, and
Mm,
I will combine this in Navisworks.
mm.
So if suppose if my surface is changing, the object in the Revit should be
Hold on.
updated
Is that
accordingly.
general? Is that manually possible?
Manually, sometimes we
No, no,
are,
no.
yes.
Can we integrate that bridge? I mean, the connection between a Revit and Civil 3D? Usually not like Revit and Navisworks. So we have a switchback option. Correct. Like, do you have any such kind of an options with Revit and Civil 3D?
I haven't even seen, but some people are doing with this integration actually.
Uh-huh. Just do share me
Mm,
once. Let me have a
I
look
will,
into
I
it.
will, I will.
Okay.
I have
Mm.
seen some videos in YouTube. That's why.
The reason I'm telling
Asking.
you, actually, if one application wants to talk to another application, they need an engine, not like our car engine or lorry engine. It's a, engine in the sense they talk to the other applications and they drive much faster. Okay, I mean if Google it, like what is an MS Access database engine, MS Excel database engine. So okay, there are different kind of engines. Okay, if I'm integrating a new application with, I mean, if I want to create a bridge,
You mean
we
the
generally
back
call,
end?
ah, whatever
Yeah.
in general terms. Okay, so they need an engine, but even I haven't seen ever. Okay, that's really possible. Uh, but this is pretty interesting. Okay, even we have to understand whether why do we have to create that that kind of bridges with two applications.
Uh,
We'll discuss later.
some. Yeah, yeah.
We'll
No
discuss
issue.
later,
Thank you.
not now.
Thank
Okay,
you.
only
Thank you. Thank
related
you.
to the Dynamo now. Yeah, come on. Any other questions?
Yeah, one quick small query from my side. I think I just want to understand like your opinion on this. See, like this Dynamo backend is something called we call it visual programming, and what I would like to know from your opinion on this is like the methodology, the procedure, what we'll apply in learning, the way you will implement that. Will that be useful to us in like for example if we want to integrate something into a different platform, basically Rhino or Grasshopper stuff like that. Will the methodology will be useful? I'm not speaking of the tools part. I'm speaking about the underlying methodology, the what you
Mm,
call
mm,
the thought
mm,
process. So I,
mm.
I hope that will have some similarity. There might be some something not possible with the tools and stuff, but the underlying methodology should work there also, right?
Exactly, exactly. You come to the exact point. Actually, I'm not teaching any Dynamo here, by the way.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what it said
I'm
also.
not
Yeah.
teaching a Dynamo. I'm teaching you a visual programming concept. Most of the people doesn't know it. See, even if someone comes to me, I mean, who is not from the coding background, like who is a degree holder, I just want to learn coding. So I say them very clearly. Now the developers are going to fade out. So better I do suggest you to go and find a unique concept called prompt engineering. Okay, prompt engineering, because a prompt engineer can does exactly what a developer can. He don't need to write something, but if he is capable to understand something, he can develop a lot of lines of code. He doesn't needs to sit and write 500 lines of code, but he should know like how to ask. So when it comes to the Dynamo, I'm not teaching you, the Dynamo concept. I'm teaching you the root of it, like, the visual programming. So without knowing a coding terminology, how do you integrate, how do you automate something? See, most of the people with a funny way, I mean, generally I'll talk to 10, 15 students in a day. So one straight away question, Rajesh, how do you teach me something without, I can automate myself without knowing a coding language? Only one simple thing is someone have already written it. If you can able to understand, you can, you just have to pick that, the bricks and, you know, build your wall. Simple, exactly like if there is a puzzle and there is a solution you have with it. So in a rack of some set of puzzles, like puzzle icons, like you just have to build exactly which is the matching one. So this concept is not new. I mean, the visual programming concept is not at all new to the industry. Like if you Google visual programming tools, visual programming tools, and check images, there are thousands of since many years. If you really eager to learn something by yourself with a fun way, one thing, don't treat me like your tutor. Be friendly with me. Okay, that's the first thing that I, expecting, the thing, because if you have such kind of a fear, uh, okay, if you have that kind of fear, take that out. And I love you you asking me questions. I'm not like, I don't know whether you do have any bad experiences with other tutors. They won't like you to ask something and irritating, but I'm not like such. I mean, if I'm discussing something and running in your mind, don't keep it till I give a pass. Put it in the chat box and continue the training. Continue listening to the training, because I'm not allowing to write any set of lines of anything here. So I want you to aram se sit and focus on the topics, because sometimes I may leave very important tips and tricks. I don't want you to miss that. I don't really want you to miss that. Okay. So my training is not like a kind of, well prepared first and sit and do all these things. So I'm going to tell you what is this concept that I'm going to explain on the next day. Okay. Uh, and you just come up with some sort of an ideas. So Rajesh, I need this, architecture example, structure example, maybe example or else you can give me that example as well. I will mold my concept to make you understand with your example. Clear? So, well, so these are the things. And, visual program, this is a flow based. We call it as a flow based. Flow based in the sense, see, you see the connections, right? You see the wires, correct? No? You see the wires. So here it is going to this somewhere. So this is a flow based. And this is called block based, bro. Block based in the sense, there you don't see any connections, so they are acting like a magnets. So they'll try to pull the other set of blocks by itself. These are called block based, flow based, flow block based, flow based. So block based, if you really have a time this Saturday and Sunday, I do personally suggest you, if you have a personal missions, I mean if it doesn't need IT permissions, or else if you really, if you have a good connections with IT, do one thing, go and ask them to install Scratch tool in your machine. Scratch tool, okay, Scratch in the sense. So this is actually for kids. This is for kids. Generally, if I want to teach a coding like visual programming to the kids, so this helps a lot. Okay, the way you exactly you play with, why it isn't showing anything? You can build these kind of games, all of them. Like in see, this is a interface. It looks like. Uh-huh. Change size by 30. So it means actually there is a toy. I mean, consider this is a element. This is a element. So change size by 30 in the sense it's increasing from here, from this icon to this. 30% increase. Later, what do you want me to do? Turn 15 degrees. So it got turned. And there are no connections. They're automatically attracting. And once it has changed the size to 30 from the normal size and turn 15 degrees, then it say like plays on Boeing until it's done. Like meow sound. Uh for some time until done. That's it. Okay. So even you are not don't show your attitude with you itself, act like a kid. You don't need to show in front of anyone. Okay, so we are not meeting in a common place to show our things. Okay, either you're a manager or a beginner, just act like a kid. And if you stop asking and if you're not asking anything, consider you're wasting your time and money both. You're here and you're paying me, and it's not a free training. You're paying me, that is a small amount again. So utilize me, make me engage with more questions, more doubts, more examples, ask more examples. And if I really like the way you're asking, I may join early, like 8 o'clock, and I may leave, late at 11 o'clock. So ultimately, what I need I mean, whatever you are investing your time and money
நல்லா
has to
இருக்குதா?
be thing. Is it clear? Clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Clear, everyone?
Yeah,
Okay,
clear,
so,
Raj.
Yes.
bro, it's for someone who asked. Actually, I'm not teaching a Dynamo. I'm teaching you the visual programming concept. Either you are a Civil 3D user, whatever it is. So I want you to grab the things, how the node functions. How even when it comes to the scratch, you see the block, which is a node, which is a node only. Okay, so on the left hand side we have a node library again, even in the scratch. Okay, so I'm going to show you everything like slowly. Not only Dynamo, we'll go and discuss out of the box things. Don't worry. Okay, so let me introduce myself. I think you guys don't need my introduction, but let me I have to give some information about our training. So our training starts at 8:30 to 10:30. For the first 2 days, you may get, I think you'll get the day one, day two sessions as public videos. So, but don't try to download it. Okay, I mean because these are DRM protected, your emails which are linked with. So don't try to do it. Okay, don't act smart. Will be a very problem, for your things. And from the third day, it's going to come as a playlist because these 2 days, I don't want you to stop. You have to recap those. So that's the reason I'm sharing as a public videos. Okay. And from third day, it's a private video. So, you know, I mean, to have that access, you have to log in YouTube with the same email ID you have filled at the time of registration and no changes on it. And if there are any official emails like your company emails, we'll check with you again to change to your personal email IDs. So, and third thing is, guys, we don't write any notes. I don't want you to write any notes. Don't do any practice along with me. Keep watching because at the time of I teach a concept, I may burst with multiple tips and tricks. So I don't want you to miss anything. Please don't write it down. If you really want to write it, I'm sharing you the recorded videos. Note, write something, and don't use pen and paper. I'll explain you what set of tools has to be used for your notes, like mind mapping. I do suggest you, and I'll share you that as well. If you have an IT access, I mean, if you have these IT permissions, go and check with your, IT people. I need this for my learning, which I'm going to implement and, make our personal project things, bit faster. Then definitely they'll allow you. Okay, fine. Very important thing, don't call me sir. Call me Kumar. We are professionals. Call me Kumar, or if you really feel me like a personal, call me bro. Simple. and 8:30 to 10:30. First 15 minutes and last 15 minutes will be Q&A sessions. Q&A session. Okay. So maximum throw as many questions as you can. If you're, I mean, if you make me busy with your questions on the day, the session will be cancelled and I mean will be postponed to the next day. It doesn't mean that I'm going to skip that concept because there are no heads on me, as I'm saying again. I'm the head for our training, and if that extends till 70 hours or 90 hours or 120 hours, not a big deal. Okay, let's learn slowly. Okay, and the day one, I have to see. I mean, if I really want you to allow to the next day training, you have to fill this. The link that I'm going to send you, what do you mean by exactly? So you have to write your name. For example, Asif Imam. Asif Imam. Imam, your discipline? Asif Imam, your discipline? Or ASMEPF? Architecture or structure or Asif, you here? Can't speak?
Hello Rajesh,
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
Sheikh Asif. Write down my discipline, no? I'm
Hmm.
Sheikh Asif. Sheikh
Hmm.
Asif.
Hmm.
Asif Sheikh. I'm from MEP.
No, particularly MEP in the sense
Yeah, MEP in the sense
mechanical.
mechanical. Yes, mechanical.
Mechanical. Now,
Hmm.
he has a doubt like, I mean, he has an idea to convert the CAD layout into 3D elements directly. So I will be I mean, I want you to write your ideas here. I want you to write your ideas. N number of ideas you have. Write on each and everything. We'll discuss in one day, like what are the possibilities and what not, and what it exactly needs, so that you have to know what you're supposed to learn. Is it clear?
Yes.
Is it clear? So note down every single damn thing. You have something, no, after I learn this, I want to do these things. Okay. So I'll say, yes, it's doable. I'll say doable. To finish this, what are the things that you must know? Dynamo and geometry. So I'll start here. Is this clear? If it needs Dynamo plus geometry plus API, I'll tell
Hello, am I
that.
audible?
Mm,
Yeah,
yes,
sorry, it was not accessible. My discipline is architecture structure.
architecture and structure. No, whatever it is, you just write whatever you want here. Okay, just giving an example.
Actually, I'm taking care of multidiscipline.
Hmm. Architecture and structure mention here, and
It is cool.
write down your ideas. Idea one. Everyone has to fill these ideas by tonight or tomorrow morning, but before uh, tomorrow session. Is this clear, guys? I don't want you to do any bloody idiotic R&Ds. Stop it. If you exactly follow the way I'm suggesting and the way I'm giving you some assignments are more than enough. Is it clear? Okay, so it's 8:45. No more discussions, and I'm so sorry that I've been noticed. The session is at 8 o'clock, and I mean mentioned in your WhatsApp message. So sorry. And our batch strength is around 36, but we are 40 here because I have invited few people from the groups, WhatsApp groups. I think they still keep on joining. So because we have a 2 or 3 seats left, so I just want to fill those. So that's the reason I'm inviting them as to watch the demonstration, how our training is going to be. Okay, if they like, and they are going to be a team member. Okay, fine. So guys, are you clear with this? And if you have any doubts, there is a one more page that I'm going to share it with you. So you have to mention your doubts like same again. So at the time of you create something and write down here what is you mean, what is your question. I try to get the labels, details inside the title block with the help of ChatGPT, but I couldn't get the result. Already it contains 10 number of something. Write down, and I'm going to provide you the solution sometime. Or else I'll explain you every day after I open this document and clear your doubts, then I'll step into the concept. Clear, everyone?
Yes, Rajesh.
Clear, everyone?
Yes.
So these two
Yes.
documents are more important. The first thing is this is for today, and I'm going to send you all these links. And what are the things that we discussed, the examples, everything will be kept in a folder and will be shared with you or like once in a two 2 days. Is it clear? Good. So Dynamo is very soon. Let's start the topic and no more questions. If you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box. One more thing I forgot. Don't hesitate to talk to me or to interact with other people because no one knows anything here. No one knows anything here. Like since like you are a fresh, even someone is also fresh. Maybe two or three people have bit experience that because they've been I've talked to them while I talked to them personally. They said like I've been already trying to play with but couldn't um, play with confidently since they have finished that many Udemy courses as well, but still they're not able to do anything. Okay, so there are those kind of a people. They're a bit smart. Okay, so try to accept them. And next thing is we have a 5 days week. I mean, as per majority. So Saturday and Sunday, I want you to practice. It doesn't mean you no need to. I mean, you're not disturbing me. You can call me in the Saturday and Sundays if you have any concerns. Is it clear? At least on WhatsApp, I can put a audio note at least. Yeah, this is doable. This is the way you're supposed to. Okay. So just not like only the training part, only in the level one. Uh, After we finish this level one training or level two training, um, there will be no, connection, will be lost between you and me because you are my prospect again. Because until unless I place you in a companies, okay, if I notice that you are doing well, I may suggest, my clients to pick you out. Understand? So Bimer is an outsourcing company. So if anyone is looking for a kind of positions, you first drop the thing into my WhatsApp box. Okay. Well, so the concept actually we are and keep on saying, guys, I'm not feeling uh, well actually. So excuse if my voice is seriously low. Okay, actually, this is not the tone exactly. Even recently, when I took the demonstration, it was something similar. But I feel better, but I still have that mouth kind ulcer, what do you say that infection kind of. Okay. In case if I'm speaking but faster, you may see some sort of stammering. Okay, so don't laugh at me. Okay, so the concept, what we are actually discussing about is data types. Have you heard about this data types before? Anyone? Anyone? Come on.
No, no.
Yes, I
Unique,
Yes,
tried.
yes. Yes, yes, yes.
integer,
Mm,
right?
no, no,
Something
no.
like that.
Just tell me, like, have you heard about it? No, don't
Yeah, yeah,
don't
yeah.
disclose this.
Yes,
Heard,
yes, yes.
heard.
I
Okay,
used earlier.
used early. Good, good, good. Okay, anyone else? Hmm. No. Mm-hmm. Vishnu has a long question. I'll see that Vishnu later. Okay. So this is the only concept we keep on playing in all the applications since the day one till the day end. If you are really confident understanding this data types concept, uh, most of the problem got solved. It means I have a multiple blocks here. So all of them are like folders. These are actually folders. Let's slowly we'll enter into the multiple folders. Okay, I'll show you how to enter, how to install all these folders and other things. We called it as a packages, but I don't want to use that kind of a new terminology. So let's call it as a folder. So in these folders, I mean, how to get these folders, and in these folders, I have some sort of a blocks in it. We called as a nodes. So if you can able to understand the block, you can connect what it is actually expecting. Okay, for example, random. In random, I'll just pick Danish shape, change color. I just pick one random node. Okay. If I ask you what it is expecting, you must say very confidently, Rajesh, this is expecting this. If you're up to that extent, consider your superhero, because data types is very important concept. So how do I come to know, Rajesh, that is expecting? Okay, I mean, you're saying like I'm ready to do the exercises. I'll exactly follow your R&D instructions. But what are the tips here? When I hold the cursor on this, when I hold the cursor on this, it's going to give you some information about the data type. Actually, we'll have, I'm going to explain on the third day or fourth day. We have some hidden 100%, some set of hints here. So out of this 100%, it was split into three equal parts. Three equal parts. So first one, which is around like 33%, and second one, which is around like 33%, and third one, which is around like 33%. Okay. So if you can read, if you have time to read and understand all these things, uh, you can exactly connect what is this expecting. At least you can confidently say, okay, this is what it is expecting. Now let me find how to get that particular node. What is this expecting? You can say that confidently. So this data types is part of it. The second one, the second 33%. Okay, when I hover the cursor on this, it is showing me something, geometry binder. That is a data type. Okay, so when I hover the cursor on this, it is saying color. That is also a data type. Not the first 33, not the third 33. So which is giving me the hint 33%. But this is, since we called as a bad note, because I just want to see the 100%. So when I hover the cursor on this, it has to show three different things. Okay, let me show you one more with a clear example how it has to be. I'll just pick um, something like walls, lines to wall with a timestamp. So there is a node called something. I just pick random stuff. When I hover the cursor on this is showing me two options. The first one, select the detail lines, and second line, detail curve. So 33% and 33%. Wahid, can you please mute? I'm muted. No, don't worry. So the first 33% and second 33%, the third 33% is missing. So this input is actually helping us with 60% of information. Simple. So when I hold the cursor on this, oh, this is really great. So what is the wall height? So that is the description, and double, which is data type, and third one is a default value. So how do I remember this, Rajesh? It's very simple. It's very simple. D, D, D. Like movie RRR, like D, D, D. Remember like. So what do you mean by D? Description, first D. Description. Read it. What it is actually, trying to say. We generally don't read. Like we'll always in a hurry. I need it. I need the instant result. But to get that result, you have to read the documentation first. Description, data type. Very important thing. Okay, and default value. Default value. So this default value is again uh, very important thing. In case if you can't understand what to connect, it will take that as a default value. How do I recognize? Here it shows like red color. Here it shows red color. Here it shows red color. These three doesn't have a third one, but the blue colored one has a third one, default value. Okay, so that is how we can identify. Now, out of this three, we are learning here the data types part. If you understand this data types clearly, consider your off way to the script. at least you can be somehow confident. Okay, I can understand this, but I'm unable to play. So it takes time. Okay, so what are the data types we have? First of all, so data type is nothing but we will call this as an inputs. On the left hand side, we'll call them are an inputs, and we'll call the right hand side outputs. So input variable, input variable, input variable. Geometry binder is a variable. Okay, input name or something, input 1, input 2 or something. The way which is convenient for you, call it as input 1, input 2. I mean, if it's very hard to pronounce like variable, consider like input 1, delete, input 1 and input 2. Okay, until unless we step into more core related stuff, input 1, input 2. So this input 1 and input 2. Okay, now when I hold the cursor on this, what is this actually expecting? What is this actually expecting? Geometry binder. Okay, so these data types, we have two kind of primitive, and second one is application specific. Application specific. What is this primitive and application specific? If you go and join any uh, uh, training programs like C, Python, Java, JavaScript, or C Sharp, the first concept they do start with data types. They do start with the data types. Okay, because you should know, like, I know what is what exactly. Okay, here actually I'm teaching you what is a primitive data type and what is an application specific. So primitive, if you join any programming language, there are some old strategies and means which are exactly say predefined, which is already defined. Okay, that for the particular language. Okay, so primitive in the sense the general stuff, like we called as a int, we'll called as string, we'll called as double, we'll called as bool, we'll called as null, something like. So what are all this actually? What are all this? First, let's play with the parameters. Let's play with the parameters. If I pick any data in the sense, I'm now, don't read it as a data, consider we are not into that extent now. If I pick any element that contains some data, if I pick a light, so this has some data here. This has some data. What if I want to change this light level from level 2 to level 3? What do we generally change? If I want to change this light level from level 2 to level 3,
Level we will change it.
where? Which level? Tell me clearly.
The element only it will going to change.
Is it scheduled level?
Schedule
Exact.
level.
Parameter name is a schedule level. Current, if I want to change this level, here there is a where which is exactly holding level 2 is a data type. Level 2 is a data type. Okay. So if I can change this level to level 3, no, still it is there itself. But the value is changing. Come on.
Host, it is not host type.
It is not hosted, huh? So it is not hosted. Okay. What if I just want to host it to some level? Then we have to understand. Okay. Let me mute everyone. Okay. So what if I want to move this, to move an element or to change a property from host to, non-hosted to something else? If you want to change elevation from level, this. Rajesh, I changed this value from level 2 to level 3, but still it is not changing. It still remain at the same position itself. So not only this, I want to change the value elevation from level from 3000 minus 3800 to some zero or something. Okay, then not only Rajesh, I want to assign this host from not associated to assign to something else. So I want to play with 3 different data. So when I split this into the parts again, the left hand side will called as a parameter name. Am I right? Parameter names. And this side will called as a parameter values. Am I right? Parameter values. So here the same thing. Now let me introduce a new word. Instead of parameter, stop calling it as a parameter, call it as a variable. Clear? Variable is nothing but like which is storing something. Which is storing something. Like, for example, if I want to store, name equal to name equal to in the sense storing, and my name is Kumar. My name is Kumar. So name is actually a variable. Okay, and Kumar is a variable value. Now let's see the same thing again. Schedule level is the parameter name, and level 3, level 2 is a value there. What? There is a parameter called host, and it was mentioned like not associated over there. Guys, are you clear? Are you clear? So this is a variable name, this is a variable name, and this is a value. This is a variable name, and this is a value. Variable name and value. Guys, are you clear? Are you
Very
clear?
clear.
So parameter name and parameter value. Parameter name, parameter value. Parameter name and parameter value. So the names always remains same data type, but the values keep on changing. So instead of 2, I'll say, for example, elevation. Elevation equal to minus 3800 something, minus 3800. So this is a different data type again. So we have to understand these are common for all the programming languages. These kind of data types. So these data types are common for all the programming languages. There's nothing new. We won't call it with we don't have any additional stuff or nothing. If you strongly understand what is an integer and what is a string and what is a double and boolean, okay, you can, okay, this node is expecting this data type is expecting this, then you can confidently say that. First, let me explain what is what. Mobile number is 9133665544. Account balance equal to something like something. Okay, now what else? Vehicles. Do you have any vehicle? Vehicle? No, I have no vehicle. And do you have any loans? Yes, I have loans. Something like, okay. So now the next one is, can you handle your wife? Null. No answer. Okay. Well, okay, not true, not false, bro. Seriously. Okay, it's null. So we have multiple data types here. So what is what? Try to understand. So we have these primitive data types. We don't have multiple. We just have only 5 for now. 5 for now. Today concept is completely we are discussing about primitive data types, and this concept should be very, very clear to you. Is this clear? Guys, don't fool yourself. If you really don't understand, keep asking me. I may give you with, I mean, I may explain you with better examples. Clear?
Can I ask some question here?
Initially, come on. Hmm.
Yes, sorry. Yeah. Can you just pull this table in center?
Okay, sure.
That data.
Hmm.
So here, when you type your name, you put it between inverted commas. When you type a false and true, you didn't put anything. So what is the reason behind?
I'll explain
Since
that.
you're not coding background. So
I'll explain you all this. We have a dedicated session for this. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Well, don't ask me.
No, I will request you to explain very clearly. This is the major concern data type, I think. So
True. Don't worry. This is very simple concept. Okay, nothing to scare you here. So these are called variable name and these are called variable values. So int is actually the way it looks like. Int is actually like mobile number 9133665544. Okay, like our account number 2021920, our bank account number. So what is the difference between if I write the same thing 913366.65544 and 2025 12th December 4. Okay, so did you notice any difference between integer and double? Come on.
here's it is decimals.
Sir, in double there is a combining of the integers and string.
Where is string?
In integer, there is only numbers, and in double there are fractional numbers.
So there is a decimal number, correct?
Decimal numbers, yes.
There is a decimal number. So when you're trying to, I'm not sure whether you created at the time of you create a parameter. Manage. Let me create a project parameters. When I'm trying to create when I'm trying to create a new parameter, just create be underscore. I'm creating an integer parameter, or else I can say this some other parameter like parameter 1, be parameter 1, and discipline. Let's keep it common, and data type. If you notice that, so there is a keyword we've been using since so long, but we didn't notice it. Okay, so here it is showing it's like a data type. So here we have an integer. Did you see that? Integer here.
Yes.
So integer,
Yeah.
and what if I'll just put it in ident data, check all, and let's say click OK. So I have created a parameter 1, the first parameter as an integer. Now let me create one more parameter, be underscore parameter 2. This time, do we have any double here? Do we have any double?
No.
No, we will not have. No.
Then how? Like for example, let's click OK. Just pick this element.
Numbers we can use.
This is
I just picked, and there is a parameter called be param1, and I want to enter a number 159.753, and it's giving me a warning, and it's saying, can you please enter an integer? It means it is not allowing any decimal values. Guys, are you clear?
Yeah.
Are you clear?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
this, I mean, actually, when we are trying to play with some set of blocks using Dynamo, it will not work. We got scared. Array, why it isn't working? Because I've connected everything correct. But these kind of a silly mistakes may not, may stop you executing some scripts. Okay, so enter an integer. Okay, so to understand, before you play with any parameter, you have to understand what data type it is. I'm going to show you how it is exactly. So now we'll just go to the manage again, project parameters, and create a new one, and parameter name again be underscore param2. And how do I enter a number then?
We have
How do I
number.
enter this? We have number here.
You
Correct?
can use
Correct?
length parameter.
Yeah.
You can use length.
Which one?
Number also. Number will also.
Number. Okay, number. So what if I say in identity data, check for all the categories and let's say okay, and then okay, done. Now if I pick the same element again, entering BE param to 159.753, so it is accepting. It is accepting. Okay, so before you're trying to play with any set of parameter, this parameter or this parameter or some other, BE param one parameter, you have to understand very clearly what type of data type it is. Are you clear? Is it clear? Clear, very, very important.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Yes.
generally it won't work because you're trying to extract an information from a surface, bro. But you are using some set of nodes which requires a curves. Don't work. If you want to play some elements on a track, let's say a traction system or something, you just have only a curve. You want to convert that into, the traction system, but you are not playing with the curve nodes. You are using surface nodes. Won't work. So the data type is more important. What you are exactly trying to play with. Huh? So a node, when you're trying to pull some information, very clear data type. And if you're connecting something to it, data type. Otherwise, it won't work. Let me show you some other example. Categories. Categories. There are many successful nodes, but we spoil them, because we don't understand what it is. All elements of category. I'm asking, can you please get me how many walls we have in the model? And if you notice that clearly, bro, I have a wall category and I'm connecting a node with you, accept the category which I have now and get me all the elements. So whenever you started reading, you guys have a superpower by the end of the training, like what it is exactly asking and what it is actually returning. Trust me. So when I connect the walls to it, it's giving me elements. It's giving me elements. So when I connect the walls, it's giving me category to it and it's giving me elements. The same way, is there any difference in these two outputs? Is there any difference in the output? No, correct?
No difference.
Because this is giving you 186 volts and this is also giving you 186 volts. But mostly what we exactly done, we are connecting element classes to all elements of category and a category to element class. Both are successful nodes, but they're not working now. That's purely because of data types. So in front of us, we have a clear-cut connections. But the only thing is, we should know. Do you remember in our childhood, we used to play with sort of matching games, matching, items, game for kids, something like. Correct? Do you remember this? We just have to match exactly the similar one. Do you remember fish to fish, sandwich to sandwich, so eggs to eggs? Like, we are making them habituate with our kids to our kids. So we have to play exactly the same way. Same way. Otherwise, it won't work. Play like a kids, not a thing. Okay. So try to understand. Okay, this is category and this expecting category. I can connect this to this. So this expecting classes. And this is a returning class. Connect this to this. So category is a data type. Element class is a data type. If you're not connecting the correct data types, nodes stop working. Understand? Okay. Now, how do I understand this as a integer category, Rajesh? How do I know this? It's a double. You know, integer doesn't have any decimal values and double has a decimal values. Okay. Now let's get into this Rivet again. I want you to answer what is this mark parameter, mark variable data type, mark variable value, mark value data type. Come on.
Integer.
Integer. Very good. So elevation from level.
Double.
Elevation from level. No. Value I'm talking about.
Double.
Value. Okay. Okay. Good. Host. Host value data type. No idea. Okay. Leave that aside. Coefficient of utilization.
Double.
Coefficient of utilization.
Double.
Very good. B param 2.
Double.
Very good. Okay. Very good. Now let's say play with width value.
Double.
Data type. Very good. Now area.
That is also double.
I think everything is double
Everything is double, huh?
because
Okay.
this is the unit system.
Okay, cool. Now I hope you clear what do you mean by integer and double. So, okay, now I have to confuse you first. Okay, let me confuse them. Okay, so before I jump into the string and boolean, let's try to confuse and got the clear understanding. Okay, now we have some set of nodes, bro, like get parameter value by name. I want you to play with this today, everyone, and I'm going to give you a report. I mean, one set
Double
of.
and boolean is same.
No, I'll explain that. Let's jump into it later. Okay. So not it. So just focus on the integer and double for now. Okay. So element would get parameter value by name and set parameter by name. Guys, these two nodes are called as twin nodes. These two set of nodes are called twin nodes. Like generally, the first node will actually try to get an information. So what it is trying to say, if you connect me an element, and if you connect me a parameter name, okay, I am going to give you the parameter value. I'm going to get the parameter value by parameter name. Are you clear now? Are you clear?
Yes.
Guys, are you clear?
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, actually, sometimes understanding the node names are bit tough. But if you can apply some common sense, oh, this guy maybe is trying to say this. Understand. And then if not, then change the strategy. I mean, you understood something and connected the inputs accordingly. Still it didn't work. Then try to change it. So how do you change that? Instead of imagining something, when you hold the cursor on this, it will give you some description. It's going to get the value of one of the elements parameters. Okay, fine. Just cross check with your imagination and the description. Matching, well and good. If not, correct it. Is this clear? Now, what is this node going to do now? If you connect me an element and parameter name and value of it, I'm going to set that value to that particular parameter by parameter name. Are you clear? Guys, are you clear?
Yes.
Okay, even they can write it like this. Get parameter value by parameter name. They can write like this, but see, looks very lengthy, like a train bogie. Correct. So that is the reason they simplified it. They simplified this. Like, okay, even they can set like element that set parameter value by parameter name. They can also write like this. but it is too lengthy actually. So that is the reason they shortened it. So we have to use our skills, use our skill set to understand what it is. Only the correct R&D people can understand it, because they have to understand the inputs, and based on the inputs immediately they started reading it and they can sense it. So if you got the superpower by doing every day, 30 minutes meditation, you can get this superpower, bro. Huh? Okay, I'm just kidding. I know I'll explain you how to do that 30 minutes R&D later. Okay, so get parameter value by name. What is this expecting element? Okay, there is a special concept to, there is a special session to play with an element selection, element selection concept. Okay, so don't get panic. Element selection takes 2 hours, which gives you more clarity on what you're playing with, really what you're playing with. Like, if I want to play with multiple elements, if I want to play with multiple elements but excluding few, I just want to play with only level 2 elements. I don't want to disturb any level 1 or level 3. Nothing. Then how do you exactly filter? So these kind of things we are going to learn in that element selection concept. For now, what it is actually saying, when I hover the cursor on this, it is showing me something. Rivet dot, of course you may not able to read the dot over there. Rivet dot elements dot element. So sometimes when you hover the cursor, it will show you Autodesk dot, DesignScript dot, Geometry dot, point dot, by coordinates. Don't get confused. What it is actually saying with the number of dots. It's very simple one. I want you to eliminate all the dots and read the last one you have here. Oh, that is expecting element. That's it. Don't get panic. And what is this, Rajesh? What is this actually Revit.elements.element? It means it's clearly saying us, I'm expecting something which is there in Revit.elements.element. It could be sometimes like, if you want me to prove, I'll show you something like in Revit, okay, in Revit folder, in the elements folder, okay, in the element folder. So where is it? The element folder. So whatever, if you want to play with me, you can find me here. Guys, are you clear? Guys, are you clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
actually the Revit.elements.element is a path, is just a path. So we should not confuse, and coding is very simple, especially if you can understand this dot strategy. The way you write, you can't even imagine that you are really writing, this kind of lengthy code. Super easy. Seriously. You should have that kind of understanding thing. That's it. Okay. I'll transform that superpower, don't worry. Okay. Well, let's say. So if I want to play with an elements, select model element. Select model element. Okay. Perfect. So this is expecting an element. I have an element here. Okay, very good. So this is actually a button. This button picks, help you to pick some element. But now just click on it. And when I minimize this, see the properties palette become grayed out. Okay. So forget about project browser, and this, cursor which is showing, it's like a stop sign. Stop sign. It means you can't pick anything here. But whenever I hover the cursor on any element, let's pick this duct. Now the the parameters palette got, reset again. So I have picked this element. I picked this element. If I go back and check, it's saying that you have picked a duct and the element ID is 478246. 478246. So the next to the duct, there is a box with a green color, background. So green color background, which is have a power to take you to that element. Okay, we'll see that how it exactly works in later sessions. So since it is expecting an element, it's very simple. So when you just click left mouse click I mean, this is actually looking for something. The dotted lines, the dashed lines. Okay. So when you connect this to this colors. Now, the second one, which is expecting, when I hover the cursor on this, again, it is showing me two different hints. Actually, it's supposed to show three hints. Sometimes we may have two, sometimes we may have one. It could be anything. Okay. Sometimes we don't have anything. Very idiotic notes. In such cases, we have to apply our common sense. Very simple. Okay. So that common sense built with your experience only. Okay. So I'm not expecting you to build, everything, don't have a common sense to understand all this. You have, but you need an experience to build that. Don't worry. So the name of the parameter whose value you want to obtain. Okay. It is asking the name of the parameter which value you want to obtain it. Okay. And what is it saying? It's a string. It is string. So don't get panic. I mean, if I want to play with a text, I'll place a string node. That it is expecting string. So when I hold the cursor, it is expecting element. I connected an element node, which gives an element. And when I hold the cursor, it is saying it's a string. So I place a string node. And what it is clearly saying, parameter name. So what if I say mark and connect this to this? And this is giving me a value. Oh, ducks 750 into 600. 750 into 600, is it? I'll just go and check the mark value of this. The mark value of this. Yes, ducks hyphen 750 into 600. Perfect. What if, let me check with section 126. Very good. Let me check what is the reference level. No, it is not showing anything. Why?
Same or must be a capital letter.
Very good. Case sensitive. Reference level. R caps, L caps. Still not showing me anything.
Space.
Space, huh?
Yes.
Okay, good. So exact thing, then it's showing something else. So what if in case by mistakenly you have put additional space in the end, still it shows dummy, because even the space also matters in coding. That's what I mean to say. Okay. So reference level, but Rajesh, reference level, it is showing me just a roof level. But why this is showing me level bracket, name equal to roof level, elevation equal to 10.899 and something, but we have just roof level here, no? So this is not, there are some set of people, if they invited someone, they won't go alone. They'll they'll take their entire family to it, like 10-15 people, and they just, return some 1,000 rupees or 500 rupees uh, instead. Okay, so I'm just kidding, huh? So they'll go with their entire family. But when you're trying to pull some data, either Revit or any other programming languages, they won't come alone. They come with their entire family. This concept is actually called as a parent and child. We'll discuss this later. Okay. So this is called parent and child. Remember, parent and child. Is this clear? Is this clear? So here, parent is going to be our level who is outside and who is outside and protecting something. And children is name and elevation. So name is a child one, and elevation is another child. Poor guy. He has only two children. Okay, clear now? Is it clear? Sometimes we may see 3 or 4 or 5 also. Okay, but we have to handle very carefully them. Okay, so level is a parent and name and elevation. Name and elevation are the children's now. Very good. So let's read it clearly. So let me try with something else. Okay, we have seen extracting, right? We've seen extracting. Shall we try to change the value now? Shall we try to change the value?
Yeah.
So far we
Yes.
used extracting the data, but how to play with this? Here the real challenge comes. Okay, like if you're playing with something, if you really want to play with something, you must understand the data type it, because here you don't have a problem with the data type because it is just extracting. But here, to set some data to a particular parameter, you need to understand what kind of a parameter it is. Let me show you some examples. So I have a duct, bro. I have a duct. Okay. And let's say here you have to understand what are the parameters can be played with and what are the parameters can't be played with. So this is grayed out parameter, slope, size, length, system classification, and loss coefficient, equivalent diameter. We can't edit manually. Why? Because some of them are like, self-calculate. I mean, like, they calculated by itself within this background, correct? Within background, it started, calculating and printing order. So these parameters are called read-only parameters. Read-only parameters. So the one we are able to write something, they are called write-only parameters. Guys, are you clear? It doesn't
Yes.
mean read-only parameters can also be customized. We're going to see how it is on the third day. I mean, read-only parameters can also be controlled. I'll show you how to do that, really. Okay. So, not now. For now, let's say I want to change upper and top elevation to two something. Like I'll change here the string upper and top elevation without any spelling mistakes. I mean, typo errors, parameter name, and value. When I hold the cursor, here it shows two things: the value, and on the next line, var. What is that var here?
Variable.
No, it means varies. It means it varies. var in the sense varies. What do you mean by varies in the sense? See, you're playing with a parameter and you're playing with the upper and top elevation, and this data type is made different to some other data type. So if you are connecting a value, so here if you want to play with this, the value is in number. I mean double, correct? But here it is not double, it is a string, correct? It means the values keep on changing. So here it is clearly saying, Are Baba, I mean, there is no strict value that I can accept. If you connect something, if it is accepting internally, then it's fine. So it's up to you. So it won't restrict anything. When I hold the cursor on this, if it is saying string, you must connect string only. If you connect anything else, Kallas, it's going to kill you. I mean, scold you. Guys, are you clear? If it is
Yeah.
expecting an
Can you repeat
element,
again? Can you repeat again?
I'll tell you that. So here this clearly saying I'm expecting element. I connected an element. If you connect anything else, it will give you a warning. Are you clear? Okay, because here it's somehow, see, there are two kind of things, bro. Specifically saying something, I am expecting this only. Is it clear? If I'm clearly saying, no, you bring me anything, not a problem, that is called varies. Are you clear?
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you clear now?
Yeah.
So when I hover the cursor on this, it is clearly saying, bring me string only. So I brought the string itself. Is it clear now? Well, so here it is saying varies. So we have to understand now. Okay, this is asking to bring whatever it wants. But what if you just promised your wife that I'm going to bring you something, but you didn't bring. Instead, you called her by mistakenly by the end of a road, and then she said, "Okay, bring something, not a problem." Then you took some kalas, par, sorry, war, correct? War, no, it's not
Yeah.
VAR, it is WR. Okay, well, so
Yes.
something even weird in the sense it doesn't mean it accepts everything. It needs specific stuff. I'll explain you how it has to be. Okay, now it is saying 1.6250. We have to read what is the storage type of this. What is the storage type of this, and then connect it. How do I connect this, Rajesh? First, let me show you some, warnings, and then I'll show you the solution, how to play with. Clear, guys? Okay.
Yeah.
So I know this is expecting, this a number. So I'll use a number node. I'll use a number node. Guys, for integer and double, we use number node only. Okay, either if it is a number or, if it is a double or if it is an integer with decimal values or without decimal values, we'll use number node only. Okay, now I'll say 2 point, let's say 2 something. I'll say 2 and connect this to this. It is accepted. Do you see that? What if I just entered again 1.725 something? Let's bring that back. It's accepting again. Guys, are you clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you clear? It's changing now.
Yeah.
What if it said everything, you can connect me anything? No, it said bring me anything. We are in the sense anything, but make sense. So I connected the same 2.0 to 5 to something. What if I connect this to this? I have connected the number only, but from the wrong place. Is it clear? So what is it saying? It's scolding you. Warnings are trying to help us. You no need to worry about the warnings at all. And we have very limited warnings. Generally, people feel that, there are multiple warnings and they are going to harass us and waste our time a lot. If you have already played with a warning before and understood clearly, you will never scare at that warning. Trust me. And we don't have a multiple warnings. We have very, very limited. I'm going to teach and every single thing with a clear-cut examples. So no worries, and no need to write down as well. Will you can write it after you have this recorded video with you. So when I hover the cursor on this, it's telling you element dot set parameter by name. I mean this node name, bro. This node name element dot set parameter by name. Operation failed. Why? मर गया क्या? Okay, fine. Second thing, why it is the parameter storage type. Okay, the parameter storage type, you're trying to store something is not a string, bro. Are you clear now? Are you clear? You have connected something.
Yeah.
You have connected something. Of course, it is a number, but you have written in a string. So it is considering it's considering that you are trying to store a string. So what if I write my name, Vimera, it will accept. Because I've given instructions like, will that accept now? Come on. Come on.
No.
No.
This because is
Still
not.
No.
correct. So that is actually number. So if I write Vimera, it consider, okay, you bro, first time it will say the parameter storage type is not a string. Second time also it say the parameter storage type is not the one you connected. Third time it will scold you. Try once if you really want to. Okay, the parameter storage type is not a string. Okay, fine. Then how do I connect? So how do I come to know the storage type of this? Okay, let's try with some other parameter. Width. Shall we try with the width? Parameter name is always like something. And what is the storage type of this?
Double.
Double.
So double, which node we have to use? Number. Bring it here. And it is 750. I just want to make it 900 or something. So I'll just change this value to 900. Come on, will that work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's working. It worked. Correct?
Yeah.
I'll just change this value to 1200 and see. It's
Yes.
changing. Correct? It is changing. Very good. So it's working. What if, let me try with something else.
Just change the unit type.
This one, let's try with additional flow.
No. If we will change the settings in settings, units, and the additional after decimals, nothing, then it will come as a fraction free.
Which one unit? No. That we'll see. That. Okay. So that will be covered in the string, with the string. So this is fine now. So are you clear with integer and double for now?
Yeah.
What if I change this mark value to 2568 something? What is this mark value now? What is the storage type of mark value?
Integer.
It is an integer now.
Yeah.
It is an integer. So let me try with mark and integer. No, let's say number 192332333, some random number, and connect this to this. Now it's giving me a warning again. What kind of a warning it is? Element set parameter by name operation failed. Okay, the parameter storage type is not a number. Arey Baba, I don't understand. If I enter manually, you have accepted it. But when I'm trying to enter it, through Dynamo, why you're not accepting it? What is the reason?
Because integer.
Different data type.
Mark
No.
is a string. Mark output has a string type data type.
Okay, fine. So let's keep the suspense for some time being. Okay, let's jump into the next, the data types. And then finally I'll reveal that, the other things. Like we have some other data types called string.
Sorry, in between, can I ask one question?
Please.
There are three parameters. There are three variables in the left side of that node. So how do I understand which node is not working properly?
Which one?
Yeah, I mean, there is element.
Three here.
And,
which one here? Here.
Could you please? Yeah. Element, parameter name, and value. So there is a warning name.
Nice question.
So
clear. So you have connected an element to element and mark to mark and value to value. What if I connect something to this? Let's see, that will give you the different result, different warning. See now, this is different warning. What is it saying? Are Baba, element dot set parameter by name, which is expecting argument is nothing but input. Is it clear? Argument actually in general, I'll have to take a screenshot and MS Paint. I don't know why my snipping tool isn't working actually. Okay, so try to understand. That was a really nice question. So element dot, I'll use this. Element dot set parameter by name. This is actually node name. This is expects. Don't read it as expects, read it as expecting because you're playing with it. So that is expecting argument. Don't read it as an argument. Call it like an input. For our, to make us understand clearly input types, that argument is nothing but input. Okay, so input types, the first one is element and comma. So whenever you add comma, it means it is jumping to the second one. So second one is actually expecting a string. Okay, comma. And third one is expecting var. Where is? We have seen these already. Am I right?
Yeah.
Correct. Now, but idiot, what did you do exactly? You have was called in the sense connected. Called is nothing but like connected with. You connected Revit.elements.element. I'm okay with it. So Revit.elements.element and Revit. We used to play a game called Flames. Do you remember?
Yeah.
So you have to cross like that. So Revit.elements.element and this to this. Matching. No disturbance. Clear? And second one that is expecting actually a string, but you connected an integer. You clear now?
Got it.
Got it? So second one is not matching. Now the third one, it is expecting VAR. Where is? So that is you have connected a string to it. So VAR can accept a string. But the problem is with string and integer. Guys, are you clear now?
Yeah. Okay.
Is this question clear? Okay, I'm going to show you more examples on the same content. Don't worry. Okay, so that's not purely because of it. Now it's clearly saying it's a parameter storage type, is not a number. Now, what if I wanna okay, strings. So strings will be like exactly like a text, bro. Like Praveen Kumar. Okay, let's say Billa. Oh, is that really Billa, bro? Is that initial?
Yes, yes.
Hmm. Okay. Do you looks like a Prabhas?
Not that much height, but little bit 6.
Okay. Fine. So Billa 1, 2, 3, 4. So string which is accepting a numbers in it, including the text which is accepting a numbers as well. So let's say Chetan, Chetak, Cheetah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Some special characters. It means a string can accept a text. I mean, like this is like alphabetical and alphanumerical and alphanumerical and ASCII characters. Anything. Even the string can accept a number as well. Is this clear? You can write a number in a string node, but you can't write cheetah in number. Is it clear? It won't accept, but a string can accept a number in it. So if you have seen something like Praveen Kumar, Billa 1, 2, 3, 4, Cheetah 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 7, something like. So consider it is a string. Okay, if it is a number also, sometimes we have to cross check whether is that integer type of parameter or a string type of parameter. Is it clear? Now, let's say when I hover the cursor on this, now let's play with the same mark value again. Let's play with the mark value again. So you have 256986. It looks like actually an integer. And it is saying that I'm not a number. Shall I try a string instead? Huh? Shall I try a string instead?
Yes.
Yes.
19233233 something here, no? So let me connect this to this. It is accepted. So what do you mean by that? Mark is not a integer integer parameter type. It is a string storage type. Is this clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Is this clear? But
Yes.
one thing, it is very simple, Rajesh. How do I remember all this? You have to play, and there is a different game to play with. Let me show you that. Okay, so I'm asking Rajesh, I have an element. Rajesh, I have an element, and there is a concept called parent and child, as discussed earlier. Like how it exactly works. I have an element, and I want to get the ID of it. So element ID. So we have a node called element.id. So what it exactly does, tell me. If you connect an element, it's going to give you the ID. Guys, are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. What if I have an element and I want to get the name of it? So what it's going to do now? If you connect an element,
Get the name of that element.
get the name of an element. So if I type element and I want to get the location, what it's going to do that now?
Level. It will give you the level.
It's going to get the location of it. Level or point or something. It could be anything. We'll try this later. I'm just trying to show you. I have an element. Now I want to ask very clearly, Array Dynamo, I have an element with me. Can you please get me a parameters of it? I want to read a parameters. So element dot parameters. This is geometry parameters, huh? Here we may confuse. Here it shows like geometry dot parameters. Of course, it shows like an element, but this is geometrical element, not this one. Element parameters. Is this the one? No. Element parameters. Element dot parameters. Okay, perfect. Element dot parameters. So now I have an element here. Control C, Control V. Copy paste works. To copy and paste the notes, copy Control C, Control V works. So connect. You can take multiple connections from this. Okay. Don't get scared that I didn't show you how to open Dynamo, what is the Dynamo interface and all these things. That is somehow very boring concept. I do recommend you one day when it is, bring a pillow, dupatta and everything. You will definitely snore. Understand? So history is really sort of boring because I don't show anything about this kind of dynamo and example. So you will feel somehow like something, but that contains a lot of information about dynamo and you will thoroughly enjoy. Of course, I don't show some examples, but it will be like more out of why this dynamo and the transformation of this to this. So I'll teach you a lot. Okay, so when I connect an element to this element, it's going to give me the ID of it. Okay, cool. So when I connect an element to element name, okay, it's going to give the name of it. What if I connect this element to element? It's going to give you the location of it. You can see that here, a curve. After connecting, I see something here. So what if when I connect this to the element, to the parameters, it's giving me there are total 73 parameters. To make this understand, I have used this 3 as a reference for you to show you what is this importance of the dot ID, dot name, dot location, dot parameters. Okay, actually these dot properties, I mean, this is an element and ID is a property, name is a property, location is a property, and parameters is a property. These properties are coming from a tool, I mean, which is background. In the back end, you can see that here. This is the properties palette we are going to play with. One guy who especially wants to enroll this training program for only to extract the data. I told him I forgot to call him actually. I don't remember his name also. So this is the box he wants to play with. Okay, now if I show that element here, element dot, I mean after there is a dot. So there is a very huge importance to the dot in our coding. Okay, element dot ID, element dot level ID, element dot name, element dot parameters, element dot, is that element pinned or not? No, it is not pinned. What if I pin that here? It shows it's like a false. Element dot location, no, location. Maybe somewhere in the here, bro. Element dot location. Are you clear? See, here it is again. Element dot location. So what are exactly we are getting in this dynamo? It is just a small properties of it. Small properties of from a group of things, and it is showing like, bro, you have 73 parameters to play with. Guys, are you clear?
Yeah.
Guys, are you clear? Now your task after today's session is the same stuff. Okay, I'll show you. I'm going to send you a document. So pick only your discipline nodes. Don't play with any other discipline set of stuff. Okay. If you're from mechanical background, play with only mechanical elements, not with any other disciplines. First, get a grip on your, because Rajesh explained duct and wall. So I'll try to play. This is exactly cloning, not learning. Understand? Learning and is something different. Okay. Don't do exactly what I've done. Understand the concept and, you know, re-implement it with different elements on different elements. Okay. Well, I have parameter now. Now I have to ask Dynamo, Are Baba, I have an element. So whatever it is showing me and on the right side, I have to put a dot after it. So since I have an element, so I put a dot after element and keep finding. But here I have a parameter. So how should I find something? Parameter
Name.
dot. Parameter dot strategy. Don't forget. Parameter dot. And then I need name, bro. Let's type name here. So parameter dot name. See something here. Parameter name. Okay. So when I connect this parameter to parameter, it's giving me only the parameter names. So there are no values here. Noticed? There are no values. What if I want to get the values?
Parameter dot value.
Very good. Parameter dot value. Parameter dot Can I use this? No. Can I use this? Can I use this? This is also value. This is also value. And there is a one more I've seen just now. This is also value. This is also value. This is also value. Which one you have to pick in general?
Parameter value.
Parameter value. Because you have to cross check. Okay. If you connect me a parameter, then I'll get the value. But what if it is expecting dimension? So I don't have a dimension here. So delete. This is expecting a schedule filter. No. This is expecting dictionary and key. No. This is expecting global parameter. Now I got confused. Here I have a parameter. Here also I have a parameter. Okay. From where should I connect? From this or from this? Think twice before you answer. From this or from this? Because here also we have a parameters. Here also we have a parameters. From where should I connect?
Element parameter.
First one. Parameter.
No, my answer is this. How many of you with me? First day, don't change your track, bro. Be with the tutor. Safe side. Always. Be with me. My answer is this. Will you be with me on my
No,
track
because
or
it is
on another track?
expecting
First one.
parameters,
First one.
so can't
Element dot
give the string.
parameter.
Element dot parameter.
So
Element dot parameter.
so you leaving me on another track, and you're saying you're safe side, huh? Huh?
Not
Okay.
safe side by saying a parameter.
Okay. Fine. So when I connect this parameter to this parameter, it is expecting exactly, it's giving the same result. As you said, what if I connect this to this? It's giving you the warning now. What is the warning? Give a guess. Give a guess.
Not a global
Type of parameter
See,
is different.
global parameter dot value expecting input type Revit dot elements dot global parameter, but you have connected with Revit dot elements dot parameter. Same warning. Did you notice that previously? Correct?
Yes.
Same stuff. So this is not the one. Simply delete it. Now the challenge is, should I connect from here or from here? What if I connect this to this? What will happen? Same warning, repeats again. Of course, these are parameter names only. I don't say anything, but you are not connecting parameter to parameter. This is string and parameter. Guys, got it?
This is
So,
name only.
Yes.
you understand the logic. You understood the logic. Clear? So, string and parameter. So, these are not matching. So, I have to connect from parameter to parameter. That's it. Now, this is parameter name and parameter value. Okay, that's cool. But what if here I have a area 39, here it is 38.83. So 39 is just a round off number. So the actual number is 38.83. Okay. So something like if I scroll down, like there are multiple values. Here it shows. We'll discuss this later. What is a storage type of it? Mr. Dynamo, I have a parameter. Can you please get me storage type of it? Storage type is nothing but data type, bro. Data type. Again, I have to connect from this parameter to parameter. Then this gives the exact data type of it. Now, you don't need this. And I mean, to make us understand better, I need this. Okay. So keep this aside.
Rajesh, I have a question. See, actually, the element parameter name, and the parameter value, there is icon in the left top corner. What is the difference between this all these icons?
Forget about icons. Don't look into it. Anything. There is no specific reason why did they use it. Is it clear? So you completely forget about it. Okay. Some people, they use it, their company package icons, custom node package icons. Okay, like Bimoff B, like Crumple C, like data shapes D, like something. Okay, so there is. I mean, if they're from Revit, they use these kind of a different icons. Okay, I mean, better if you can able to remember something on by that icons, even though it is very tough. I generally never suggest to remember something with an icons. Okay. Read the concept. Simple. That's it. Okay. Now, parameter name, parameter
The
value,
same one,
parameters.
I can say in different way. Like these are third-party extensions we install in Dynamo, right?
Correct.
The pre-default one we have a.
Correct. So, parameter name, parameter value, and parameter storage type. If I understand what is a storage type of it, I can play with directly. It's very simple. Now, just few minutes before, when I'm trying to play with a mark parameter name, it has shown me some warning. What was that? Are Baba, you can't play with me like this because you have connected, which is not a integer type. Correct? So how do I remember? How do I know that? Whole scroll down. They're actually in the alphabetical order. A to LM and OB. Mark. The value is 1923, 32, 33. Okay, so 36. Check the 36 index number. Okay, mark parameter name. Value is 36. Okay, 1923, 32, 33. And 36. It's saying that is a string actually. Here it looks like a number. Here it looks like a number, and that is an integer. Correct? It is an integer. It's supposed to show it is an integer, but it is showing it's like a string. So you have to play with string only. Guys, are you clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you clear now? So let's go one by one. Let's play one by one. We know what is a string is actually. What is a string actually? Text. Correct. So let me make it simple. So what is the storage type of horizontal justification parameter?
It's a string.
String. Very good. Vertical justification?
String.
Very good. Reference level?
String.
Superb. So this one?
Number.
Double.
Don't say number, huh? Don't pronounce it number. Even though I'm using it, just try to fix it. Don't call it as a number. Either integer or double. That's it. So double. What is this slope?
Double.
It has a special character here, percentage.
Integer. Double.
If you see some
double only.
double,
it will take as a number.
It takes a number, and this percentage or liter per second or square meter, these are called units, bro. They are called units. Okay, if you have seen any text after a number, don't consider blindly it is something else. What if I type something like 1923 liters per second? This liters per second can't be a unit. This is actually a string itself. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Are you clear? So
yes,
it has to. Okay, now width is a double, length is a double, system type is string. And what about size lock? It is not a number. It is not a text also.
Yes, sir. No.
this is true false concept.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Correct?
Boolean.
Boolean. Okay, so we consider this as a Boolean. So Boolean in the sense Boolean. Hey. Boolean. It means yes or no, true or false. What else? On and off. Ray, please. Okay, on and off. And what else? Yes or no, true, false, on and off. Check or uncheck. What else we have?
Right and wrong.
Right or wrong. Right or wrong. Anything else?
Etc.
On or off.
On or off written already. Okay, consider for
etc.
So finally, extra, no, not like 1 and 0. 1 and 0. It means like a true and false values. So obviously, if you notice, positive statement comes first. Yes, true, on, check, right. 1 is means I have something with me. 0 in the sense I don't have anything with me. So that's a negative statement again. So all the positive statements comes on the first and negative statements comes on the next, on the second. Okay. So we'll discuss that later. Okay. Now, turn it on. Turn on, off, true, false, yes, no, check, uncheck, right, wrong, 1, 0. Guys, are you clear?
Yeah.
Are you clear?
Clear.
So
Yeah.
switching now, switching. Okay. So true in the sense it has something in it. Simple. Okay. So, well, what else we have? This is again double, and liters per second is actually unit. This is not the one I have texted here. What if I change this value to 100? What if I change this to 100? It is accepting 100L. What if I type 100 without removing that? It's going to be added that liters per second, by default. So face created?
String.
Face demolished?
String.
Very good. Okay, fine. So shall we play with now string parameters by any chance? Shall we try once? Okay. Let's get ready to irritate. Now, what is the parameter name is? Parameter name is horizontal justification. Horizontal justification. Okay.
String.
And this is center, but I want to change it to the left. String only. So left. I want to change to the left. Will that change now?
Yes.
Yes,
No.
yes. Boolean, right?
No, it is not changing. And instead it is saying that the parameter storage type is not a string. Are Baba, how can you say that? It's clearly looks like a text only, no? How can you say that it is not a string? Okay, one more time. Try with some other parameter. Let's try with vertical justification. Justification. This time not middle. I'll try this with bottom. I'll try with bottom. Again, warning, the parameter storage type is not a string.
It is something like on-off thing. Can we call it? Is it a boolean? Or
This is Boolean.
boolean, right? Because it's
What if
middle.
what if it is a boolean? Boolean has only two things, but we have a three inputs here.
Okay.
Then how come it is a
Should we
boolean?
put in? Should we put in quotes?
No. No, it is clearly saying that I'm not a string.
String, yes.
Yeah.
It is not saying that you missed some syntax or something. It is clearly saying I'm not at all a string, bro. Why did you connect me a string?
Yeah.
But it clearly looks like a string only. Okay, let's try with the roof level. At least try with the reference level. Huh? Finally. Reference level. Okay, let me try with roof level. No, I just want to set it to level 3. Level 3. Oh, this is also saying that the parameter storage type is not a string. Come on, crazy. Okay, let's try with the system type. No, not this one because I don't have anything else to set. Face created. Let's try with the face created. I have only two things now. Face created, existing. I'll just have to change this. Face created to existing. Can I?
No, actually, it's not
No,
matching
you
with the parameter value.
Why?
Parameter type is different. Data type is different.
But then tell me what is the data type?
New construction.
Are Baba, that is value. That is value. Okay.
Data.
Tell me
Data
what is a
type.
data type? Very hard to understand this. True? Correct?
Yeah.
See, actually, data confuses a lot. It looks like a string, but it is not a string. That looks like a number, but it is not. I mean, it looks like a double, but it is not a double. It is not a number. It looks like a boolean, but it is not a boolean. So whenever you started, whenever you getting the 100% clarity on it, then you started playing. Now, let me show you. Let me show you one more thing. So these are not exactly the data types of it. Okay. So this is what your assignment, if you are from mechanical background, today's session will be extended for 10-15 minutes. Will that be okay with you? Come on. Huh? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay,
Yeah.
because today, because the task has to be explained. That's it. No other reason. Okay, now horizontal justification. This is saying like a center. So that has three options and it clearly looks like a thing. But when I read this property here, horizontal justification, get it here, get into this horizontal A, B, C, D, F, G, H, 20. It shows like center. So 20th variable, 20th index number, horizontal justification. We no need to cross check. It is exactly in the same order to make you habit. Here it shows 0 value. Here I see center, but here it shows 0. How come? Crazy. So what is the storage type of it? 20. It's saying it is an integer, bro. So instead of string, do I have to change this to the integer? Is it? Okay. Take this out. I'll use a number node instead. Integer in the sense we have to take the string only, no? Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horizontal justification. Okay. No spelling mistakes. Now, what if it is set to 0? It's already 0. What if I change this to 1? Now it is changing. Clear? What if I change this to value 2?
Sorry.
It will
How
change
do
to
we know
right.
it is numbered as
Right.
a 1 or 2 or 3?
I'll
something?
explain that. I'll come to. I have a answer for everything. Don't get panic. I'll come to it. Okay. Very simple thing. Okay. Fine. Are you clear with this? Because the
Yeah,
data
exactly.
looks like a string, but it is not a string. So it's trying to confuse us. So when you build that clarity, if you understand the root concept, okay, fine. So now tell me, what is the storage step of vertical justification?
This is 1. No.
Integer.
Integer.
Zero.
Integer.
Integer.
With value
Okay,
0.
sorry.
Integer. So you change something here. You change your mindset. Okay, it looks like a string, but it is not a string, and it is something integer or something. Okay, here we generally don't call them as an integers. We call them as integer controlled parameters. Integer controlled parameter. Guys, are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So there is a small difference. Integer in the sense you don't see any drop downs here, bro. Do you see any drop downs? No. Do you see any drop down? Here you have
Yes.
a drop down, and it has a fixed values. So that is the reason you have a drop down here. And this has a fixed values. That's the reason you have a drop down there. Okay. But here there is no fixed value. Okay. Here the string, which exactly looks like, but they have 3 things. Now, one more thing, Rajesh, when I set it to the center, it shows 0 here. It shown me 0 here. When I set it to, 1, it showed left, and 2, it showed right. How? Alphabetical order. Do you remember? If I take this and print it out, Control A, delete, Control V. So A, B, C first comes, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. Are you clear now?
Yes.
So it's taking alphabetical order. So it doesn't mean every time the developer exactly followed the same alphabetical order. Mostly it works. In case if it is not working, consider they may use its own style. Is it clear? But for now, this is in a alphabetical order style. Okay, vertical justification. Again, we have 3 inputs, 3 default inputs, and top, middle, bottom, so that I can consider this is an integer controlled parameter, not integer parameter. There is a difference. Integer controlled parameter. Let's see vertical justification. Let's read it now. Don't try to waste your time with playing with those. You guys have to play. Vertical justification, 15 minutes more. Vertical justifications 71. 71. 71 is 0. Integer. See? Integer controlled. Okay. And reference level. What does this tell me now? What does this tell me now? Even this also has a drop down. This also integer controlled.
Integer control
Correct.
parameter.
So let's play with this integer controlled now then. Okay, very good. Reference level. So if I want to set it to the level 3, what should I set? What is the number I supposed to set?
3.
Wrong.
No,
Again.
2.
Sorry, 2.
2. Because
0, 1.
this is actually exactly. Most of the programming languages are like 0, starts with a 0. Mostly in the sense 99%. Very 1 or 2 languages there are few which considers from 1. Okay, we are not using that here in a different countries. So level 1, level 2, level 3, roof level. So 0, 1, 2, 3. And alphabetical order won't work here. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I want to set the level 3, then what is the number? 2. So let's say when I connect this, boom, again wrong.
Dead.
Again wrong. What is it saying? Is that a really string? No, we tried it already. When I hold the cursor, the parameter storage type is not a number. Array,
It's a level.
Sorry, it's a
level.
It's a level. Okay.
It's a string.
So It is a string.
Integer?
We tried string also. It didn't work. We tried string also, level 2. So level 3, we tried a string also to this. And that it said it is not even a string too. Okay, so that is not even a string, that is not even a number. Then what? Do you have any other data type? Maybe it's a Boolean. Even the Boolean. Let's try with the Boolean finally. Huh? Shall we? Let's try with the Boolean. But Boolean have only two values, 0 and 1. But I want to set 2. So I don't think so this will not work. Even though when I connect a Boolean, this is saying that the parameter storage type is not an integer. So it is not saying I'm not a Boolean. It is saying integer. Okay? Because you won't see Boolean here. This is a different story. I'll explain you tomorrow. Okay, not all concepts in one day. Let's learn slowly. Okay, so what is this then? Let's go and check reference level PQRST RRR reference level 42 index number. Directly, I'll enter into this 42 index number. That is element ID. That is element ID. Okay, so this element ID is actually a property of application specific data type. So what is our application here? Revit. Correct?
Yep.
Revit. So Revit data type. So element ID is the Revit data type. So we are going to discuss that tomorrow. Are you clear? Guys, are you clear?
Yes,
We are going to discuss
still
that element ID and playing with a integer
Okay.
controlled parameter. We're going to learn that tomorrow. Revit data types. So make sure I want you to play with these primitive data types. If you have seen something, keep on playing with. You don't need to have multiple set of notes. I'm going to share the script, and I'll just put it in a folder and send you the link on WhatsApp. So just download it and open that. Okay. So how to open? Just go to the manage, and in the visual programming panel, you have a Dynamo. Just click on it and open, and then open this particular file. Okay. And play with these parameters only. Play with only one element. Don't play with the multiple elements unless the element selection concept has finished. Please not, because I don't want you to see demotivation, like self demotivation is very, very bigger, demon. Understand? So don't get into it. Don't make a friendship with that demon. Okay. So wait till the concept's cleared. And trust me, it's super simple. Okay. Every concept is a simple. Okay. But it takes time. That's it. Okay. Clear now? Guys, are you clear? So what is this logic behind Rajesh? What if I have a node? What if I have a parameter? Play with the parameters only. I'm going to send you something. I'm going to send you this PDF. Okay. So what you have to do is pick your exact category. Pick your category. Is a session recording? Is it? Yes. Thank God. Something went wrong. Okay. So this is if you are playing with an element tray or wall or something, come on. Okay. So variable name, with which variable you are exactly playing with, and without playing with the Dynamo, how that parameter is actually looks like. The parameter value looks like, the data type is looking like, and what is the actual data type. So is your answer right or wrong? Is this clear, everyone? Is this clear, everyone?
No.
No, I don't get you.
Very simple. So for example, I want to play with a size, bro. I want to play with a size size parameter. Okay. So how it is actually looks like. Now let me check here. So what is the system type? This actually looks like a string. Correct?
Yes.
This looks like a string. So what I exactly write here? So I pick duct only. I'll pick duct, and variable name is like parameter name. System type. Okay. Actually, it looks like a string. It exactly looks like a string, but Rajesh confused me. It can be an integer control also because it has a drop down. So decide whether it is a string or integer control. No, no, let it be. It is an integer control. You change it, integer control, and check the actual data type in Dynamo. Okay. So what is the actual data type for system type? Undefined 60th one. It is element ID. It's element ID. So it is not integer controlled. It is an element ID. So write it here. So our mistakes make us more strong, bro. Get as many mistakes as you can. That's really powerful. Then if you correct it for the first time itself, you definitely do a wrong. I mean, you definitely judge something wrong with overconfidence. Is it clear? But whenever you're getting mistakes, that really makes more strong. It doesn't mean don't fill all the negative values. Rajesh, I'm more strong. Don't say like, okay. So that demotivates you again. Both cases you have to balance. So is my answer is wrong? No, that was something else. So remember wherever you are wrong and why it is wrong. So keep on focusing on it. Is it clear? So once you're done with the duct, then try with the duct fittings. Then try with a pipe. Then try with a wall. Then try with a column. That's what. Guys, is this clear now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Is
whatever has a geometry, it's element ID. Whatever controls the geometry, it has other data types.
Other data type? Simple. Okay. Since like we covered only the primitive data types, which are common for all the languages. Okay. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about element ID. Very, very important. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Is this clear, everyone?
Yeah.
So very, very important. Please make sure you have to attend. Don't. I know tomorrow is Friday and few guys have a submissions. Try to skip that submission. Tomorrow is very, very important concept. Clear? Clear?
Yeah.
So at least take a permission and join this. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, and very important thing again, please, I want you to fill this, the doubt, the ideas page.
Yeah.
Where is that ideas page, bro? Ideas page. Everyone has to fill this ideas page. I'm going to send you the link. Please fill your name. I mean, mention your name and your discipline. What do you want to do with? Only in the day one itself. Later, for the next day to day three, I don't give you any R&D topics, nothing. Okay. So you have to keep on practicing on your things itself. This I need to understand. Or else if you can't do and if you want to do it in your weekend, that is also fine with me. Is it clear? Instead of in hurry. Clear? Clear, everyone? That also makes sense. Okay. So, but I need this PDF from everyone. Clear? Take a printout, waste your company printouts and finish it off. Okay. So try to play with. And in case if you feel really wasting your time, then I'm going to put a code block here. So in this block, I want you to enter just a parameter name. Let me show you. So element dot parameters dot name double equal to write down the parameter name here between the questions, like let's say reference level. Reference level. If it is yes, then get me that element dot parameters dot storage type. See how many dots I'm using here. If not, return null. So when I connect this to this, it's going to tell me where there is a reference level. Oh, none. Some of the elements are selected in the background. So out of 73, you no need to find it. It will directly show element ID. But if I want to clear this, ds code dot list dot, if you really want to save your time, instead of it's directly say element ID, bro. Clear? Guys, are you clear?
It's very big.
No, you know. No, it's very simple.
Yes.
Very it's very simple.
You shown me. That's why you are Kumar.
No, this is very simple. I will convert this tomorrow into a custom node then, and I'll show you how to do this later. Okay. Just I want you to write. For example, if you want to know the system name, just write it here. System name or system type. That is string. Clear? So type mark here. That's going to give you. It's a string again. What if what is that?
Top level.
Horizontal justification, huh?
Horizontal justification.
Horizontal justification. Horizontal justification. Justification. It's saying integer. See, it's very simple. It can say that. But this is a second alternative. Make this as a habit, playing with the index numbers. Playing with the index numbers. Okay, try to understand, okay, my parameter name is here, and that is 50, 60, and scroll down 60. Initially, no problem. Take some, waste your time. No problem. Clear, everyone?
Okay. No.
So just give me a minute. Okay, cool. So guys, a very important thing. I don't know, like, some people need a quick recall all the time. There is an option in the Dynamo where export as image. Okay, zoom in as much as you can. The text it is visible. Export as image and workspace, and it will save this as a HD image file and save it in a folder. Make that as a folder. I mean, save it as an image and share it to your mobiles. Okay, I mean, whenever you have a free time, just go and have a look into it, and what did you learn exactly in level 1. So keep on zooming and try to recall the concepts that really brings something sense to your learning. Okay, clear? I don't want you to even play with something. At least go and try to understand what did we exactly recall. Huh? Clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So this is what for today. And do you have any questions? Come on. Any questions for today?
Hi, Rajesh.
Hi. Come on.
I have one question. Like, what are this color indicates? Like, you see brown, yellow, and green.
Color code. I'll explain you, bro. I'll explain you. Since it's very simple, if you really noticed, all the actual numbers will be in the blue color. See,
Yes.
47, if you notice, it is an integer, and 48 is double. See, they are numbers actually. But the same number, 126, it is a number. So 45, it is integer. But if you notice, the mark value is also mark value, no? Where is mark value? Mark value 36. 36. Here it is, but it is in brown color. Did you notice that? So
Yes.
even though that is a number, but it is in string type. It's in a string type. So 36, if you read the data type, it is in a string. So brown color are text. I mean here, don't read it here. Brown color are text, and blue colors are numbers, and yellow colors there are like null and true or false values, and element types. Why they are, we'll see in the coming sessions. Okay, we have our if you understand the color coding itself, you can confidently say no, this is something else. Okay, so
Yes.
I'll explain you all this later. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Good. So any other questions? Come on, Naveen, Mozin, Harsh.
Hi, Rajesh.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, hi.
Hi, Rajesh. Can you provide Revit exercise file?
I'll send you this. See, this is a sample file, bro. I mean, in file, if you just open sample files, in the sample files, there is an RME. Anyways, I'll share the same file. I'll just put the same file where I put the other files. RME basic sample project. So basic sample project somewhere here, bro. I think it's not here, but I'll send you. Don't worry. I'll keep it there.
Okay, thanks.
Good. So any other questions? Prajwala, Nawab.
Actually, hello.
Hmm.
Yes, my internet was not good. So can you explain bit for the color in 2 lines only?
Actually, we'll have a dedicated session on it, but try to, it's very simple. Blue colors are like a numbers, and brown colors are like text, like a strings. Okay. Yellow color, they have a different things again. So null is a very dangerous thing, and null is an yellow color. Okay. And phase is an element ID, that is also an yellow color. And there are few more, like, see, this is an element ID, and there are null element types. Okay, there are multiple. Why they are in yellow, why they are in purple, I'll explain you everything, don't worry. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Well, so guys who haven't registered it, see, actually, as said, like, uh, even this is my very low level of tone, bro. Generally, I used to make some more fun, but you'll see that in the sessions because I'm not feeling well. So day from Monday, let's rock. Okay, so tomorrow session again, it's different thing. The people who haven't registered it, please text me immediately and block your seat, because we generally don't allow more than 40 people in a batch. In case if you miss this batch now, you have to wait till April first week. Okay, clear? Okay. So and that too, I hope you got the updated fees also. It's 35K. It's not 25, it is 35K only for level 1. And level 2, it is 45K after this. And there is no combo even. There will be no combo. I mean, combo in the sense, you if you opt for level 1 and level 2, now it is 45K. But in later, if you really want to opt for combo, only level 2 itself 45K, and there is no combo even. Okay, so don't request for any reason after some time if you really want to opt for combo. Seriously. Okay, so that's it. Come on. Any other questions?
Rajesh, hi Rajesh. Can
Hi,
you hear
Shazad.
me? Yeah.
Clear.
Just a basic doubt. I got confused over here under this set parameter value by name node. So for the parameter name, we are using for variable, we are using string node, right? But the value of that can be an integer or double, or it can be a string, right? For all the parameter names, Revit parameter names, we are using string node.
Strings only.
Right?
All
Whether
strings.
the value of that can be integer, double, string, boolean, whatever it may be, the parameter name should be under string.
Perfect.
That's fixed.
Parameter names are always strings. See, I've extracted all the parameter names. Do you see any other colors here except brown?
No.
And how do I check the data type of this? We have a dedicated node to find the data types. Like the way we are here, object.type. If I connect the parameter names to this, all of them are like strings only. See, all the parameter names are strings.
Okay.
You don't see boolean, nothing else. Parameter name, consider if any node is expecting parameter name, it is a string. You have to blindly place a string node. Clear?
Okay. Thank you. Yes. Thanks.
Good. Vishnu has a question in the initial. I have one question. Dynamo looks like it works as a flow chart, but how does it actually decide which node runs first? Hmm. Oh, which nodes? Several nodes are connected. What logic? You have a many thing in your brain, bro. Let's discuss tomorrow. Okay, clear, guys. In case if you feel shy and if you want to ask something in personal, text me. Rajesh, can you join today at 8:15 so that let's have that personal chat. Okay, but maximum try to make sure. Just try to keep your questions in the public itself because let others know. Okay, clear, because same question maybe have maybe in someone's mind if he forgot to ask or if he couldn't ask, so that helps them. Okay, come on, any other questions? 3 more minutes. Any other questions?
Rajesh.
Hmm.
Yeah, Rajesh, when you are going to selecting something elements or something, whatever you are, we
Hmm.
are getting something indication, right? We need to select something string or value something. It's coming for all the dynamo, or it is particularly coming only for reverse?
No, all the dynamos.
All the dynamo.
My dynamo is not special, bro.
No, that's what
uh,
something is lot
Simple.
of things is there in your dynamos
uh,
in actually.
that is only the packages because
Only
without
some of the packages were
oh,
missing, right?
not some of the packages. From dictionary to units, they are default, bro. From the
Okay.
add-ons, from the add-ons tab, from here, like all of them are like there are around like 50, 60 I have installed. Okay, so I'm going to share you all these things. Don't worry.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you're going to install in just one click, just copy paste. Okay, so it doesn't
Mm.
need any IT access, nothing. So whenever you add all this, you have some additional power. That's it. Okay,
Okay.
and
Sure.
they are completely free of cost. Hmm?
Okay.
Okay, fine. So any other questions? 2 more minutes. Come on. Any other
Rajesh,
questions?
Rajesh, this last code block you have written, it's the design scripting, right? So,
Hmm. This
so
is
that
design.
will be covered as a separate topic, I guess, right?
Who is this?
Shazib.
Uh, just guys, remind me. We have to eliminate this guy in the design scripting training. Design scripting, yes. And it's very simple too. Don't worry. It's very. I mean, if you notice, there are nothing except dots.
Dots, right, right.
Simple. Okay. Actually this is not the way I supposed to show you. There is another way which makes everyone can clearly understand. But even though this takes a lot of time, so I just did it in a simple way. Okay. So don't panic. I'm going to explain the same thing in 3, 4 different lines, which makes
Okay.
more easy. Okay. Come on.
Oh, thank you.
Any other?
Can I ask one here? So
Come on.
basically, I am from infra background, so I'm using Civil 3D, not
Hmm.
Revit. So most probably it will be the same because I tried some days back.
Hmm.
Not exactly the same, but some nodes are matching. But is it going to the same way?
No, actually, Dynamo, I mean, actually, if you're from Civil 3D background or any other background, except like Revit, you are going to play with the geometries, bro. Okay.
Okay.
So, geometry, I mean, if you really want to understand the geometry, you have to finish these root concepts. Without
Okay.
root concepts, geometry is not at all possible. You will stuck in the mid of exactly at 50%. You can't achieve the rest of the 95% at any cost. You may take a help of YouTube or
The,
something, but you get stuck somewhere if you don't have a root concepts. Clear?
no,
So
I'm not asking this, but my question was if I'm like going
it is
through
the
your
same.
training
It is the
session.
same thing.
Yeah, that's what.
I'm going to cover
Yes, yes.
those. Okay. Yeah.
That's clear. Yeah.
Yeah. So first we have to finish this. Then we'll step into the Revit, the Dynamo geometry. Clear? Mm. Good. Come on. Anything else? Actually, geometry is a special course, bro. I mean, when I started sending the people to the companies, they keep on saying like these guys are not able to play with the geometries. Then I've introduced the geometry course. Then I've introduced geometry course, and that was a different pay again. It is 20,000, but people cannot afford 20,000 again to learn that. because I know how much I struggled with. But if you start, if you want to learn, invest and learn, it's not possible. So that's the reason I've made a deal with my company. Like let it be. We are offering this Dynamo Geometry sessions for completely free. So you are getting that as a complimentary without paying anything extra. Is it clear? Since you are getting the
Yes,
recorded
understood.
videos, it doesn't mean that you are that they are not worthy at all. Especially though are from architecture, structure, or any civil 3D or infra or any other backgrounds. Geometry is mandate. Very, very important. Is it clear? Clear, everyone? Okay, good. It doesn't
Yes,
mean not
yes.
for MEP. For MEP, if you don't have the geometry, you're zero, guys. Seriously, you can't place a wall openings, you can't place the supports, you can't check the clearances, nothing. If you don't have the geometrical knowledge, I'll explain you what is geometry in one session. Don't worry. Okay, come on. So, anything else?
Rajesh, before closing, just
Hmm.
wanted to know, like whatever topics we will cover today, definitely we are getting the video, and along with that, are we getting this AI companion notes and all that in a PDF format, which you have showed in the demo session?
A companion cannot be shared, bro.
Okay, just asking.
Uh, Actually, cannot. The reason
Okay.
is, if this content went out, the people are acting more crazy. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there are 7 legal issues now on
Okay.
students for their
So,
silly mistakes.
sure, no problem. So you'll not get that, no issues. We will get the video and we'll get the scripts, whatever we have did this script, we'll get, correct? And we'll get
Yes.
the assignments and all that, what you are sharing. Okay.
Yes, everything. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. So, anything else? Chetan, Fayum, Billa?
Yeah, I have one question, Mr. Kumar. Like
Hold on.
what?
Let
Ji,
me
ji.
stop the recording because I can't able to upload it if I